Hello, and welcome to another episode. It's been a while for Healthy and Sexy, but I'm excited. My name is Zakira Casado from Zakira Global, and I'm going to show you how I make my Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm going to start off with some black eyed peas. I'm getting ready to clean my greens here, but I soaked my black eyed peas overnight. So I'm actually going to get my strainer to strain them. Just like you see, I like to use the dry version of them and just clean them out. Make sure that there's nothing on here. I'm going to actually use cold water. No like funny particles or anything like that. I like the dry, not the can or already pre-cooked or anything. I saw something in here. I wanted to make sure it wasn't in here. But the name of the game with beans is you want to soak them overnight, because if you don't soak them overnight, what's going to happen is you're going to get, they're going to be hard to cook. I was going to cook these in a crock pot last night, but I honestly forgot. I totally forgot. So I'm going to clean these up, get out anything that don't look like it's supposed to be in here, and we're going to get to our water. So here's our pot. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. I'm going to use some pink Himalayan salt to season up our water. Give it a nice little helping because it is beans. I'm going to also put some pepper along with a little bit of oil in there. I'll pour a little olive oil in there. And we're also going to put some pepper, some freshly ground pepper. And we're going to keep it simple because black eyed peas, oh, that's hot. The steam is hot. Ooh, Lordy, that's too hot. So I'm going to get some pepper in there. Oh, that's hot. Here are our black eyed peas. We're going to just pour it in there. I'm just going to go slowly pour it in, just in case I see anything that I don't want in this pot. All right, that looks good. And we're gonna pop the top on here. We're gonna let this cook for about 45 minutes, but you wanna keep checking it. Okay, let me check on these black eyed peas. Black eyed peas will make its own gravy, so just let it cook down. Don't bother it too much. Let it just chill, okay? Black eyed peas are done, baby. Oh yeah. All right, here are our greens. I do it the old school way where you take, first of all, I gotta rip this off. This is not a good green here. So of course we're just gonna throw these out. Look a little sickly here. But you want, if you feel on your greens, they definitely have that sand on it. So what we do is, my grandma taught me to come here at the roots and just pull them right up. Okay, and we're gonna put that right in our bath that we created for them. But take the root, just go up. And we're gonna just do that and only take apart your good greens. I mean, not take apart, but only keep your good greens. Honestly, to be honest, the stems do cook down and they're edible. So don't like get crazy if you get some of those pieces, like this part that's ever in there. It's going to be edible, but I just don't put them in mine. The other thing about greens is this looks like a lot. I still have 3 more in there, and I know this looks like a lot, but it's not a lot. Okay, it really isn't. So it might appear to be a lot. If you're going to use your sink to clean your greens, you better make sure your sink is absolutely clean to perfection. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and go through all of this and soak these greens. This is why you want to soak your greens. You see that? That's a whole goddamn bug or something. Be careful, y'all. Make sure you clean them shits real good now. that greens or collard greens are plants, right? So if you see a lot of holes in them like this, you have to really be careful to take a look at it, because with holes, that means that a bug, that's bugs. Bugs create these kind of holes. Holes don't just come into green. So for our gardeners know that, but for those of you who are not gardening, that's a sign. Like here, this plant clearly got gnawed on a bit by some animals. So, I mean by a plant. So just look carefully as you're peeling them. Some people just skip this process and get the bag one, but I actually enjoy this. It's therapeutic. Okay, see y'all, that's why you gotta clean them greens. If you see holes. All right, so after I finished cutting and we found those bugs and we washed those greens, a lot of people are like, how can you make greens without meat? And I'm about to show y'all my secret. This is the secret to no meat in your greens and still having that meaty flavor. When I use this, it reminds me of my grandma. So in this big ass pot, 20 quarts of water, we're gonna put about 5 drops. One, oh no, that's like 4. Okay, one more big one, okay? You don't need a lot because this liquid smoke is potent. We're gonna put a little bit of oil in the pot. It's all about seasoning the pot. If you season the pot, you ain't gotta worry about too much of nothing. And then we're gonna use our Himalayan salt. You wanna use quite a bit. I don't know how much this is. The ancestors tell you to stop. The ancestors just told me to stop, so I stopped. Now, even though we cleaned them greens, I still take after I soak them like crazy, and I take them in batches. And just give it one more check, because you don't want to eat the bugs, but if you do end up eating bugs, just know they're good for protein. I take each one like this, give it another rinse, okay? And then we just pop it right in there. And just keep repeating that step until you get them all in the pot. And I'll come back when they finish. All right, we're gonna taste these. And y'all see it's still kind of green, right? Most people will cook these, but you see how they fall apart? You don't need to cook them more. When I come through, woo! And it tastes like I got poke in there, but it ain't no poke. Okay. Of Thanksgiving. So just take the greens out. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't have no room on my stove. Until I get blessed with a big ass stove with like 8 damn eyes. I'm gonna get it though. I know it. Because if you really notice, if you look closely, the water is green. And that water contains a lot of nutrients, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but leafy greens is one of the most healthiest things that you could possibly eat. And, you know, it's a lot of nutrients in this water. So they call it pot liquor. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do our cranberry sauce. And most people have a love-hate relationship with cranberry sauce, and I think it's because they eat it from the can. And what made me curious about cranberry sauce was honestly TV dinners. I don't know if y'all remember TV dinners, but they used to have cranberry sauce in the middle, and that used to be the best cranberry sauce I ever tasted. But it didn't taste like that little stupid square jelly looking one that you cut in half. Cranberry sauce literally is peanuts to make. You know, peanuts meaning it's easy. So here I got some fresh cranberries. I'm gonna pour it in here. All right, so shout out to Ocean Spray. They cranberry sauce do taste fresh. I mean cranberry juice. All right, just give it a quick rinse. You don't have to go too crazy. Shit, you don't have to go too crazy with this. Just give it a good rinse. All right, so in a pan, you want to get that pan hot. I'm going to turn this all the way up because honestly this is too small. This is not the right eye. The eye is pretty little. And in this pan I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Coat that pan pretty good. Then you want to add the cranberries. Okay. The next thing that you want to do with adding to your cranberry is your signature ingredient that you don't want to miss. And that's orange juice. The reason why you don't want to miss the orange juice, cranberry is a very bitter, like not bitter, but I guess it is bitter. So this is about 1.5 cups. I think that's 1.5 cups. And you want that to get hot and start boiling before we add our sugar. Now that you see that the cranberries are exploding, you want to add your sugar. And you definitely want to add a good helping. The way I measure it is just cover the whole top of it. And that's enough. You can adjust it later. Remember, you can always add but you can't subtract. And just mix that around. And now all you're going to be waiting for is for that juice to reduce. That rhymes. And also the sugar to, I guess, caramelize, and it's going to make it like that gel. You see how it comes together? I don't know why people get cranberry sauce out the can. I really don't. We got greens, beans, tomato, potatoes, ham, hog, noms, you name it. We ain't got no hogs though.